What's going on? Welcome to Men with Vision. Got a great show lined up for you today. East Coast, West Coast, Curry, LeBron,
Yes.
KD, Kyrie. How we gonna flip this? Sit back. We're gonna talk a little sports here. NBA playoff seeding. What's going on? Again, welcome to Men with Vision. I'm your host, Donnell Granger. Got my guys on the set with me. Wade Gordon. What's up, Wade?
What's going on down there?
My guy on the end, Daryl, leader. Good. Load up. Okay, there we go. Good. So what's going on, guys? Everything good?
We good.
Good. Look, man, we just came off All-Star Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Had the Steph Curry, LeBron James show.
It was good.
It was good, right?
It was
a
great.
little different.
Yeah, I like it.
A little different, right?
Very competitive.
Very competitive.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. LeBron can't catch a break, right? Man, look, it's like if he play too hard, it's a problem. He don't play hard enough, it's a problem. Man, they was killing LeBron on social media. Telling, man, LeBron James, the only person out here playing hard in the All-Star game. Steph Curry on the sideline eating popcorn. LeBron hustling. Not defeated defense.
Hey. That's the kind of attention you get, you know, when you're
that's-
trying to be the greatest.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, but just doing something a little different. What do y'all think about the idea or the possibility of reseeding for the NBA playoffs?
How so? Reseeding how?
Well, the talk is that they'll take the top 16 teams. It won't be an East Coast West Coast anymore.
They were serious about that?
They serious. They serious. They are serious.
No, man, that's all-star stuff. That's not, man. You can't do that.
Come on now.
That's crazy.
I think it's an excellent idea.
I'm in the words of Mike Tyson. That's ludicrous. No, man. Okay, so why? Why would you do that? I remember we did an episode one time, and you was talking about Cleveland and Kyrie leaving, and you said these magical words that I'm about to say right now. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's working just fine right now. But I mean, you're saying.
Let me put it to you like this right here.
Come on, Wade, bring us home.
Let me break this down.
Break it down.
Listen. The West has been dominant for years in the NBA. The East is basically a cakewalk. When you get to the NBA playoffs, I mean, you're talking about one game, a sweep. You know, people want to start seeing some competitiveness in them early rounds, you know. And if you go to this seeding, then, you know, it's probably going to be more, I'm pretty sure it's going to be competitive versus, you know, a sweep Cleveland, you know, Boston, a sweep. Just two teams over. You can tell me right now who's going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, you're right. I can tell you right now. But here's my issue with it. This is my biggest issue with it. You're going to end up with two Western Conference teams in the finals.
I think as long as it's competitive, it still would get, you know, a lot of, you know, TV. Everybody going to watch it. I mean, say for instance, it's Houston against Golden State.
For the championship.
That would be
I wouldn't watch.
It would be an excellent finals.
I've seen them play all year. They've been playing each other all year. I don't want to see them in the championship. If you want to go to the championship, beat each other during the season. That's what I'm saying. Golden State, Houston, if you want to win, if you want to be the champion, beat each other, not in the finals. Beat each other to get there.
The world is watching right now. Who wants to see Golden State against Cleveland in the NBA Finals again?
Nobody wants to see two Western Conference teams in the finals.
No one wants to see LeBron James against Golden State in the finals anymore. He has had his opportunity.
They've been telling me, our audience been telling me all year they can't wait to see it.
They can't wait to see it.
Yeah, they looking forward to it.
Listen.
See, See what you did? See what you
See-
did? See what you did?
You said it was wrong, man.
Listen.
Broke it.
Listen, a team, a trade versus seeding is totally two different situations. People want to see a competitive NBA playoffs. We're tired of seeing teams getting swept. You know, it's not even interesting. You know, once I see Cleveland against the Atlanta Hawks, I already know who's going to win the game. I already know who's going to win the series. I don't know if the Atlanta Hawks is in contention for the NBA playoffs,
They're at the bottom.
but just using them as an example, I mean, when you see it, you automatically know it's going to probably be a sweep. You know, so people are ready now to see, and I think it's time to see something different. We saw it with the All-Star game. I think that was a very good idea they came up with, mix-matching the teams. Look how competitive it was.
Yeah.
You know, and it caught everybody's attention. It's something different in the NBA. And I think if they do this seeding, they go to seeding, believe me, it'll be different. And it'll be a chance for LeBron James and other guys to kind of add to their legacy. I mean, because that's something that, you know, Jordan era, Bird era, Magic era, they didn't do.
I'm so glad you said Jordan, Bird. Can I throw a couple names?
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. They had East versus West. Worked out pretty fine for them. Why are we changing things now? Is the time right here, right now to do this?
I think so. NBA was way more competitive back then. It was way more balanced, you know, back in that era. You know, way more balanced. Now the West has been dominant for at least, we'll say, about 15 years now.
I mean, the East was pretty dominant too, and it's just the West's turn. It's gonna balance back out.
Because even in those 15 years, I mean, you had championships that come out of the East.
And 15, name me a couple East other than Cleveland.
Miami, Boston. Come on.
Come on now. fellas. Come on.
I don't know. It's
Miami,
something.
Boston.
My bad.
San
My
Antonio,
bad.
Golden
It's something.
State.
It's just something about this seat that makes me disagree with you. I see why I don't ever agree with you.
The NBA needs to go to seeding. I'm telling you, it would be way more competitive, and we will truly get the real champion.
So you want to absolve the whole conference play?
Let's get rid of it. No more East versus West once we get to the tournament.
So why don't we just do this? Let everybody make the playoffs, and the East play against the East, and the top four go against the top four in the West when they get through beating up on each other. And then just throw them all in the bucket or seed them and go from there.
Well, we want the best teams to be
That's
in the
what I'm
playoffs.
saying.
Yeah, we want the
That's
best
what I'm saying.
teams.
So you give, I mean, because you're not necessarily getting the best teams out of the East if you do a top 16. Just everybody top 16. It may be the top 12 may be in the West. So that leaves you 4 teams out of the East to.
But you know, we still got to base it off record. I mean, you know, it may be 12 teams in the West that should make the playoffs. You know, but if they do, you know, because I mean that's probably going to be the dilemma. Will they take just the best 16 records, or will they take the top 8 out of the East, or in the top 8 out of the West? You know, I don't know
That
how.
would make a little more sense if they do 8 and 8. I
Right.
still would disagree with it because the King says don't do
The
it.
King,
And what the King says goes.
the King wants an easy path to the NBA championship. He has been there 8. This would be 8 times in a row.
But didn't he earn that though? I mean, he earned the right to say don't change it.
So you mean to tell me LeBron can just go to whatever team he wants to in the East, and he pretty much going to the finals? Because that's how it looks. If he go to Miami, he go to the finals. He go back to Cleveland, he go to the finals. He can pretty much go to the Hawks and probably go to the finals coming out the East because the East is so down. I mean,
so he can't go to OKC and go to the finals because that's a Western Conference team.
I don't know. West is tough. Golden State, you got the Spurs. I mean, the Timberwolves are playing pretty good right now.
So I say LeBron go to Minnesota, and then we don't have to do this whole mix up. He goes to Minnesota, we can keep it East and West. So I see what it is. You saying get rid of LeBron. If it wasn't for LeBron, we could do East and West. But as long as LeBron's around, let's mix it up.
Hate going
We got to mix it up. We got to mix it up. We got to mix it up because it's pretty much predictable every year. LeBron is going to the finals.
I think LeBron might be my cousin though. You can't talk about my cousin like that.
Nah, see, I just really feel strongly about we should mix this thing up.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just don't see where I don't see the benefit right now.
Yeah, and for me personally, man, I'm all about the nostalgia and tradition, man. So we gotta, we
tradition. That's what we do now. The tradition.
We got
tradition.
We gotta keep it. We gotta keep it like it is.
If let me ask this question: Michael Jordan was still in the league to this day, and the league came up with this whole seeding thing, as competitive as he was and still is, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure that he probably would have said, whatever they decide, I'm with it. I want to do it. I want to play the best. If they feel like the East is not strong enough, then guess what? They can do it by best records, or they can do however they want to do it.
Hey,
I want
where's my phone? I can call Mike. I got Mike on speed now. But you know what I think Mike would say? I think Mike would say, this has worked forever, and I don't see any reason to change it. Now, I agree. If they brought it to Mike during the time he was playing, if they had said, "Hey, we want to make this change," he wouldn't have been against it. He wouldn't have been for it. He would have just said, it don't matter how you do it. I'm still gonna kill everybody. Because I'm who I am, right? So I mean, I still just don't think it would be good for the game. And the other thing is, and this is the last thing I got to say on the matter, though. Folk as a whole don't like change, and maybe that's what my problem is right now. We don't like change anyway. So if you were to change it, fans wouldn't know what to do.
I probably wouldn't, but I mean, I think I would love it. I mean, to see Chicago against the Timberwolves first round, it'd be something new. I think it
not gonna happen.
I mean, it would be interesting to see it mix up like that. I'm just not convinced though it would be good for the game.
You know what? I'm gonna figure something else out, and I'm gonna come at you guys.
Okay.
Once I come,
until you figure that out, we're gonna have to get on out of here. That's our time. Look, thank y'all for tuning in and watching. Ask you guys to subscribe, like, send comments. Definitely set this guy back in place. Until next time, Men with Vision.